Imagine a warrior so feared that entire cities surrendered at the mere mention of his name. A man whose battlefield strategies rivaled those of Genghis Khan and whose brutality left a lasting scar on history. This is the story of Timur, also known as Tamerlane, one of the most formidable conquerors the world has ever known. In this video, we will explore the life, military campaigns, and enduring legacy of Timur, uncovering the man behind the legend. Was he a ruthless tyrant, a military genius, or both? Let's begin our journey. Timur's story begins in 1336 in the small town of Kesh, located in present-day Uzbekistan. Born into a noble family of the Barlas tribe, Timur was raised in a world of constant conflict. His tribe of Mongol Turkic heritage had long served under the remnants of the Mongol Empire, but by the 14th century, power struggles had left Central Asia in chaos. Timur's early years were marked by rigorous training in archery, horsemanship, and strategy, skills that would define his future as a conqueror. Despite his noble lineage, Timur faced hardships early in life. A significant injury left him with a permanent limp, reportedly caused by an arrow wound to his leg. This disability earned him the nickname Timur the Lame, Tamerlane, yet it did little to hinder his ambition. Instead, it fueled his determination, shaping him into a leader with an unmatched strategic mind. Even in his youth, he displayed an uncanny ability to outmaneuver enemies both on and off the battlefield. As a teenager, Timur allied himself with various local chieftains, gradually amassing power. His ability to build alliances, betray when necessary, and seize opportunities proved essential to his rise. By his early 20s, Timur had already made a name for himself as a cunning military leader, and the foundation for his future empire was being laid. The mid-14th century was a time of fragmentation and warfare in Central Asia. The once mighty Chagatai Khanate, a remnant of Genghis Khan's empire, had weakened, allowing ambitious leaders like Timur to seize power. Through a combination of diplomatic cunning, strategic marriages, and ruthless military campaigns, Timur began consolidating his rule. His first major power move came in the 1360s when he aligned himself with the Mongol Khan, but this was merely a stepping stone. Timur soon betrayed his allies and declared himself the ruler of Transoxiana. Unlike many conquerors who relied solely on brute force, Timur employed psychological warfare, espionage, and political manipulation to achieve his goals. His enemies often fell before battle even began, as fear and deception weakened their ranks. By 1370, Timur had secured his control over the region and set his sights beyond Transoxiana. He proclaimed himself the restorer of the Mongol Empire, though he had no direct lineage to Genghis Khan. This claim, however, helped him rally Mongol and Turkic forces under his banner. With an army of loyal warriors, he prepared for his next conquests. Timur's military campaigns are legendary for their sheer scale, meticulous strategy, and ruthless efficiency. His first major target was Persia. The fractured nature of the Persian states made them vulnerable, and Timur exploited every weakness. City after city fell, with resistance met by brutal retribution. The infamous massacre of Isfahan, where an estimated 100,000 people were slaughtered and their skulls stacked into towering pyramids, showcased Timur's willingness to use terror as a weapon. His campaigns stretched far beyond Persia. In 1398, Timur turned his gaze toward India. He crossed the Indus River with an army of 90,000, storming into the Delhi Sultanate. The Battle of Delhi was swift and merciless. Timur's forces crushed the Sultan's army, plundered the city, and left a wake of destruction. His justification? He claimed he was punishing Delhi's rulers for their leniency towards Hindus, though in reality it was pure conquest. To the west, Timur's ambitions brought him into conflict with the rising Ottoman Empire. The decisive Battle of Ankara in 1402 saw Timur's forces outmaneuver and capture the mighty Sultan Bayezid. The once feared Ottoman leader was held in captivity until his death. temporarily halting the Ottoman expansion and altering the course of history in the region. Not content with his victories, Timur also waged war against the Mamluks in Syria and the remnants of the Golden Horde in Russia. His ability to launch multi-front campaigns showcased his unparalleled military acumen. Yet his conquests were not about empire building in the traditional sense. He left no stable administration, only destruction and fleeting dominance. While Timur is often remembered for his brutal warfare, he was also a great patron of the arts. He sought to make his capital, Samarkand, the jewel of the Islamic world. Architects, artisans, and scholars were brought from conquered lands to transform the city into a center of culture and learning. Under his rule, Samarkand flourished with grand mosques, madrasas, and palaces. The Gure Amir Mausoleum, where Timur himself is buried, remains one of the most magnificent architectural achievements of the era. The Timurid Renaissance, a period of artistic and intellectual revival, began under his rule and influenced Persian, Mughal, and Ottoman architecture for centuries. Timur's patronage extended beyond buildings. He encouraged scholars and poets, elevating Persian as the literary language of his court. His empire may have been built on destruction, but his cultural contributions left a lasting mark. Even in his later years, Timur's thirst for conquest remained unquenched. In 1404, he prepared for his most ambitious campaign yet, an invasion of Ming China. At the age of nearly 70, he led his forces toward the east, determined to expand his dominion. However, in early 1405, he fell ill and died in Otrar, Kazakhstan, halting his conquest permanently. His death left his empire in turmoil. Without his unifying presence, his vast territories fractured, leading to the gradual decline of the Timurid dynasty. Yet Timur's descendants, including Babur, the founder of the Mughal Empire, carried forward his military and cultural legacy. Timur's empire may have crumbled, but his legacy endures. In the echoes of battles long fought, in the grand structures of Samarkand, and in the pages of history that still debate his true nature. Was he a ruthless warlord or a visionary leader? Perhaps history itself is not yet ready to decide. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into history's most fascinating figures. Drop a comment below and let us know, was Timur a ruthless conqueror or a strategic genius? Let's discuss.